Hey guys, there is this one unique skill in coaching that I really admire. This is so rare that less than 1% of all the coaches in the world have this unique skill. Any guesses what it is? But before I talk about this unique skill, I just need to mention that some coaches are getting better and better in their coaching skill. Other coaches are getting a little worse. Other coaches are staying the same. Some techniques and tactics taught are really up to date, and some are outdated. That's not exactly what we're talking about here. What we're talking about here is slightly different. Okay, here it is. The best coach in the world can view the game from the lens of the student. You see, most people in life go through life looking through their own lens, how they are feeling, or what they want to do, or how they perceive themselves, or they perceive their own game. This is okay as an athlete, this is really helpful, but as a coach, you have to be able to view the lens from the game of the student. So, if you're coaching a world-class student in a world-class tournament or preparing them for a world-class tournament, how are they thinking? If you're working with a 74-year-old long pips blocker, you've got to be able to view the game from the lens of their own game. See, once you understand how to view the game from their lens, from how they perceive the game, then you have a good starting point, because now you can begin learning how they think. You can be learning how they play. You can be learning why they chose to serve this serve at that moment, why they chose to hit this backhand to this location at that moment. See, once you begin to view the game from the lens of the student, then your skill set can continue to develop, because it's not a matter of, yes, I was on the Russian national team in 1969, or I was on this Chinese provincial team in 2003. It's not a matter of your game or your skill set, it's a matter of the student, how they perceive the game and their needs. So, what's this unique skill that I'm talking about? The skill to be able to view life, in particular, view coaching from the lens of the student. So Samson, are you saying that you've perfected this skill? Absolutely not. I've been working on this particular skill for 13 years and 3 months, and I'm only 5% of the way there. Really, I have a long way to go as far as being able to view the game from the lens of the student. Same thing in business, to being able to view my business through the lens of the customer that walks through the door. This is a lifelong skill. So we are hiring here at the Samson Dubina Table Tennis Academy, and what are my expectations? My expectations are not that a new coach come in here and be able to have it all together and be able to perfectly understand this world-class student and be able to perfectly understand this 5-year-old and be able to perfectly understand this senior citizen. What I'm expecting is that the coach that comes here will partner with me, walk alongside me, and be able to really focus on being able to look through life through the lens of the student. Once they can do that, then they can learn to really coach any style. Even if you in particular were not a chopper, you can learn to coach choppers. Even if you in particular were not a short pips pen hold smasher, as you begin to perceive the game as that style, then you can learn how to coach that style. See, there's some coaches, like I said, that get worse and worse because they get further from their playing career. There's other coaches that get better and better. So what's one of the main things that you need to do to continue improving your skill is to be able to view the game from the lens of the student. You hear a lot of coaches and they'll talk about their own playing career. That's great as long as it relates back to the student, so it's relevant to what the student's needs are, okay? So the main thing that you have to be able to do as a coach is not focus on your own game or what you would do, but focus on developing the student. So, how is this going to benefit you in other areas of life besides just table tennis? Well, it's going to benefit you in relationships. It's going to benefit you in business. It's going to benefit you in school. It's going to benefit you with relatives, with friends, with a lot of people. If you can perceive life from the shoes of the other person, then you can begin to understand more as far as their needs. And this is really one of my goals at the Samson Dubina Table Tennis Academy, is not just teaching forehands and backhands, but making sure that everybody has the best experience possible. As I mentioned earlier, the Samson Dubina Table Tennis Academy is now hiring. I really hope that you will apply for the job. If you have any questions, make sure you visit my website, samsondubina.com, or send me a personal email, tt@samsondubina.com. Today's April 1st, and we're going to be taking applications from April 1st all the way until June 1st. Make sure that you apply as soon as possible. I'd love to get to know you better.